Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jai Gobind and this is your channel for grace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please give the video a thumbs up, and if you have not yet, please subscribe and also hit the notification bell. We have so many amazing things that we do here on this channel. Some of them are these awesome pick a card readings, and others are astrology readings, as well as conversations with spirit, podcast episodes, and so much more. There is a very powerful program coming up on January 23rd called the Moon Goddess Training. It is a 6-week program for women to help them learn how to embody the sacred divine feminine and the moon goddess, learn about the moon, the cycles of the moon, the phases of the moon, your moon sign, your astrology. We're going to be diving deep into these topics, also discovering your intuition and the moon centers and how they relate to your emotional well-being. So if you're curious about that, it's going to be amazing. I will be having one-on-ones as well as the regular weekly sessions, and they will be held on Zoom. If you want to apply for that program, you can do so by looking at the description of this video and answering the questions and sending them to me on an email, or go to my website, channelforgrace.guru, and click on Moon Goddess Training, and it'll guide you through how to sign up. So I am also offering astrology readings focused on your purpose and life mission, and those are 108. And I'm also offering extensive astrology readings for 333, which are focused on all of 2020, all of the major transits that are going on and how they will be affecting you personally in your life. And we'll also look at Saturn cycles, Saturn return, Uranus oppositions, Chiron return, and all of that major stuff that helps you understand your life at a deeper level. That program takes me about 2 weeks to prepare for it, and it's an 1.5-hour session live on Zoom. And again, if you're curious, all the links are in the description of the video. And remember to go check out my Etsy shop, Eagle Star Jewels, and use the coupon code JAI2020, JAI 2020, to get 50% off of any item in the store. All right, let's get into this topic. I have been wanting and so excited to do this specific pick a card reading because of the astrology that has been going on. There has been so much intensity, and we have been going through so much in our personal lives and also in, the life of the world, of the planet, of humanity as a whole in general. And these changes have been so intense that I know a lot of us have been feeling down a little bit. Some of us are not sure what's next. Some of us are feeling fear. Some of us are really excited. And I want us to tap into the energy of which Capricorn and all this, there's a lot of planets in Capricorn right now, and we just had that Saturn-Pluto conjunction. Jupiter just went into Capricorn. We have this massive Capricorn stellium in the sky. And this Capricorn energy, and because it is, the two planets that they're pretty much outer planets in the sense that they take a really long time to go through a sign. For example, Pluto, it's going to be in Capricorn for years. So those kind of things affect us for many years to come, and also generationally. So that's why I mean, as a humanity, things are shifting majorly. Pluto has been transforming and will be restructuring our way we do things, both in government as well as organizations, corporations, countries, all of those big corporate structures. They're going to be really shifting and transforming in general. But since we have been feeling all this intense energy, I want us to focus on the Capricorn goal-oriented energy. And one of the ways to do that is to focus on your future, is to think about your future, is to think about a vision for yourself and what you really want to achieve, because that's what 2020 is really all about. Now, what this message is going to bring you, which I think is super awesome, your future self, your soul. So this could be your soul in further along in this life. And remember, time is an illusion, and we're all simultaneously living in the present, the past, and the future all the time. So when you connect to your future self, whether that be in this lifetime or whether it's your soul speaking to you from a future lifetime, you will receive a message from your future self to give you guidance, but mostly to give you motivation and to remind you of how powerful you are and of the amazing things that are coming for you in your life in general, and also in next lifetimes as well. So very, very awesome topic. Here's how it works. If you've never done a pick a card reading before, look at these 4 piles that are in front of you and pick one of them. This is pile number 1. This is pile number 2. This is pile number 3, and this is pile number 4. And once you pick your pile, go into the timestamps in the comments below to click on the timestamp for your pile. And without further ado, let us receive these messages from our future selves. All right, pile number 1. Let us get started actually by ringing the bell. All right, now that we have cleared the space, let me show you these 5 cards that we have in front of you, which are actually really powerful cards. You have the Starseed card, the 5 of Crystals, the High Priestess, the Akashic Records, and the 9 of Wands. This is 3 major arcana cards. And when the major arcana cards come out, they bring big, fat themes into your life. So your future self wants to remind you that you are a starseed, and to not forget it. Starseeds have missions. Starseeds also come from somewhere else. And so you're in your home. You're not home. This is not your home planet. And what happens with starseeds is they tend to feel really alone sometimes because they feel like no one else understands them. And the truth is that you also feel really uncomfortable in this world because it is not your world. So your future self wants you to know you're a starseed. Now with starseed comes responsibility and comes a lot of power. And that's what you need to focus on. So far, with the 5 of Crystals, you've been focusing on lack. You've been focusing on what is not working. You've been focusing basically on all the wrong stuff. Like, I don't have enough. You're focusing too much on the how and realizing that the how is like impossible, or it seems impossible because you can't possibly understand how the universe will just conspire to make it happen for you. And so when you try to figure out the how, it makes you think about all the ways that it's not going to happen. And that's called lack mentality. And you need to let that go, and you need to trust that the universe will make it happen. You just need to ask for it, and you just need to align yourself with the emotions and the feelings that you already have what you want. Now, the High Priestess is the card of intuition. She embodies the sacred divine feminine. She embodies also the virgin, so that Virgo energy where it's very pure, it's very clear, it knows exactly the messages that are coming in. This is your third eye, and you embody that you need to move into embodying that energy, because the High Priestess trusts. The High Priestess is never in the lack mentality. She fully trusts. It's like you can see in this image. She's sitting on a throne, and she's very, very comfortable with herself and confident in herself. The High Priestess also brings up Goddess Isis, who was the powerful High Priestess that taught us how to be in perfect alignment with Mother Earth. And you can use that energy, that Goddess Isis energy, to help you feel comfortable here on this planet Earth. Now, the Akashic Records is saying you will come to basically receive a lot of information. You are receiving a lot of information, and you will continue to receive a lot of information. You need to be open to that. And again, that lack mentality closes the door. But the High Priestess opens the door back up. And you're recognizing that you're a starseed opens the door back up. So you need to keep doing the things that keep opening the door towards the more possibilities. And the 9 of Wands is a beautiful message as well. You can see that this image here there's a flower life in the middle, and it looks like a portal. There's lots of portals in your cards. Actually, you have a portal in the 5 of Crystals. You have a portal in the Akashic Records and you have a portal right here. And here you're literally like activating magic. You're working magic, like you're doing your mission. That's what that card represents. But the Nine of Wands says that you have been working hard. You can't give up, because the more that you put in that hard work, especially during this time, which is very Capricorn ruled time, where it's going to take a little bit every day to get to where you want to go to the end. You cannot give up. This is not the time to give up. So put aside all your fears and know that you are going in amazing directions. And your future self is saying you are going to like become the full embodiment of this beautiful energy that you see here in front of you. You just need to work on those aspects of yourself that make you feel like you don't have enough or you don't have what it takes. Now, I did pull some astrology cards, and you got the water element, which is very much the feeling element. You got the solar eclipse energy of revolution, and the void off course moon, which is it feels like you're off course. It feels like you lost it for a second. So here's what I see in these three cards. I see moon covering sun, and water element, which the moon loves to be in a water sign. It feels at home in Cancer. It feels pretty good in Pisces. And in Scorpio, it's very intense and very intuitive. So you need to think about how much the moon is affecting you and how that relates to your emotional well-being. When you are not feeling good, when you're feeling like you're off course, you have to go back to the element of water when it's in its calm state. Because water can be like torrential, right? When you think of the ocean, like water can be like a hurricane, or it can be like a calm, like crystal clear lake that reflects like the sky. And that's what this is saying. You will be going through a lot of shifts when it comes to your emotions, because the solar eclipse energy brings in the change, brings in the shift. We just got out of eclipse season, and there will be another eclipse season later on in the year. And in between now and then, these 6 months are going to be really powerful for all of us, for you especially. So if you feel like you're off course, you need to come back to the calm water. So that's what this message is literally saying to you. Now there's these three cards from the Star Child. Let's put them like this. The Starseed Oracle. And these are actually really beautiful. They're Rebecca Campbell cards. So you got big picture thinking, karmic relationships, and the cosmic heart. Here's what I see in these cards too. I see this person standing in water. I see a lake here. And this I see like out in the universe. And a very beautiful, this card reminds me of the first one, which was the Starseed card. So again, that water element is really powerful here for you. So big picture thinking, you need to open your mind to a bigger explanation of what it is that you're here to do. And I keep coming back to that energy of the Five of Pentacles, where it says, well, I don't know. And it just gives up. It gives up easy, and it gets really depressed. That energy is like the one card in this whole, part that just points towards your emotions when they're off balance can really take you down the deep end. And you need to remember, have that bigger perspective. And that's what this card says. Now, this card also says Pleiades energy, visionary and inspired ideas, which means that the more you embody the High Priestess, the more you welcome in your powers, the more you keep moving forward in life, the closer you're going to get to understanding. That's what this means. Now, the card of karmic relationships means that you're still working through karmic relationships in your life. And it's important for you to be okay with that. And also to remember that these moments are necessary for you to learn. And even though we are moving away from karma in general, where like karma is not, like it's not going to be an issue anymore. For now, you are working through karmic relationships or karmic situations because there are still things that you really need to learn at a soul level. They wouldn't be here if you didn't want them and if you hadn't chose them. So you need to remember that. However, this also says Orion energy and polarity and soul growth and conflict. So it could also mean, rather than karmic relationships, it could also mean conflicts that arise, just like the void off course moon card, conflicts that arise for you to resolve. That's like the square in astrology. It's a conflict that arises that needs to be resolved. You're going through these things right now. This is part of the process for you to get to where you're going, which is basically the cosmic heart. You need to find more devotion to yourself. Remember, these two cards are very similar. Find more devotion to yourself. Find more, that will give you potency. And you need to try your best to make your whole life a moving prayer. And live with passion. Passion is in every moment. Passion will awaken and will get rid of all of that lack mentality. When you do every single thing in your life with passion and not for one moment think that it's not worth it, you will live the most amazing life you could ever imagine. And that's what your future self wants to tell you, because there is major work that you are doing here. This is no joke. This is a little bit heavy, especially this card here. It's heavy because it's like you are helping to clear the karma of like the planet by doing your work. And that's why it can feel so heavy sometimes. This is cool. Look at this card you got from the Lightworker Oracle. Initiation by water. I mean, that's crazy because you've been getting all of this water energy. So I'm going to read to you what this one is about. Your spiritual path this lifetime involves you becoming a clear channel for spirit. You are meant to communicate with higher guidance from the loving spiritual worlds. Your initiation by water will further open your receiving channels, dislodge lower vibrational material, and sensitize you to the subtle realms of light. You are being opened to a world of which you may only have dreamed. Such is its beauty, grace, and love. That is so true. I so see that. Oh my God, this is amazing. A little bit more on this card. Situations have been arising in your world that evoke emotional reactions and challenge your opinions and beliefs. You may not feel in control. You may feel like your world, your own emotions have become like a stormy sea in which you are tossed out, and you are doing your best not to drown in the chaos. Yet you are not to fear it. It is stirring that which has been held within so it can be released. The storm will pass and the waters of your emotions shall become more serene. There's one last card that I want to share with you, and this is your Flower of Life message, which is on the back. So I'm going to read it, but it basically says, let light in. Sit quietly in front of a window. Feel your breathing slow down as you focus on the breath of life. Gently close your eyes and ask the window, how do I allow light and love to enter my being? Sense the answer as a stirring, an illumination in your heart. Feel love and light pouring in as your favorite color. Imagine you fling open the window. A gentle breeze parts the curtains between your inner and outer worlds. Step into the light of your essence. Love, wisdom, and bliss become you. Slowly open your eyes. Look through the window with new eyes. What do you see? And there you have it. That's very powerful and beautiful message. I hope that this resonated with you. Let me know in the comments how it did. And I will see you guys again next time. Sat Nam. Remember, actually, before I go, to check out the happenings in the description of this video. Sat Nam. All right, pile number 2, let us begin by ringing the bell to clear the energy. All right, so your reading begins with the Strength card, Transformation, 4 of Swords, 3 of Wands, and 7 of Wands. There's 2 major arcanas, 1 sword card, which represents the air element or the mind, and then 2 wand cards, which represent your passion and the element of fire. Because of the first card and the last card, I'm going to tell you this message is really beautiful and powerful. You are literally becoming a powerful leader. So the Strength card is all about that Leo energy. Look, it's the lion. And you can see that both in the first card and the last card, there's this cat-like energy. The first one is a lion and the last one is a tiger. And both of these are like very king-like energies. And this is leadership, because strength, when you step into strength, you actually are stepping into leadership. That's just the next progression forward. Building up your strength is it's not easy, but what I see is right now, that's what you're working on. And this is what you're moving towards in the future. So your future self wants you to know that, first of all, you are becoming very strong, and the things that are happening in your life right now are happening because you need to be that strong to really show how to do it, to really show that strength so that other people can see it and feel it and activate it, and also step into their own strength themselves. There's massive transformation that you are going through. So you need to just give yourself whatever time you need to rest while you go through this massive change. That's what the Four of Swords is all about. It's like sometimes we get completely overwhelmed, especially by the energy of our mind, by our thoughts, and it's non-stop. And if you're trying to figure it out too much, you are going to get to a point where you're going to be exhausted. And that's kind of where you're at right now. And so the best way to serve you is to take a break, rest, and you can always come back to it later. I mean, look at this image. There's so much going on. There's such intensity here. It almost seems like the light is coming down and he's going to go through this like epic transformation. But it's part of what you're going through as a being on this planet, and your future self is saying, hey, don't worry. Like, this reading is giving you higher perspective. The Three of Wands is the card of looking at your horizons. If you see both of the last 2 cards, both images or both people or figures in the card are looking out into the horizon. So that means that you are literally looking out into your future and wondering, what can I manifest? What can I create? What are the things that I want to create, right? Is this something that I want to do? And when we look out there, there's something about it not being here. But there's also something about the strength of visualization that really helps to really bring those things here. And the Seven of Wands is the energy of it's competition. It's almost like you get to a point in your life where you do all this hard work, and then all of a sudden everyone wants to like fight you for it, and they want to compete with you for it. And it's like everybody gets frantic and jealous and everyone freaks out. And so instead of honoring you for what you have accomplished, they're like trying to tear you down and take away what you have. However, as you can see in the image, this person is also very calm because she's got her tiger right there. So it's like the wands in the sky are like coming at them, like arrows being thrown at them from elsewhere, and they're kind of in hiding. They're like protecting themselves, but they can see. They can see outward and they can see forward. And so this is a wise position that they're in to really defend themselves whenever these energies kind of come at you. And with strength and with power, so power comes with strength, right? Strength is what creates power. And once you actually have the power, that's when things get crazy and people start to, it's almost like the zombies, you know, they want your light. They want to like eat you because you have the energy. It's like the moth that gets like they attracted to the flame and then goes and then just gets burned in the flame. So just know that there is a lot in this reading, but what it really is at a very basic level is the fact that you are moving into leadership and you're going to have to protect yourself. You're going to have to learn to protect yourself. That's why it's important for you to rest when you need to rest. Don't overdo it ever. Always look at your horizons. Always look into the future of what it is that you want. That's what leaders do. They never stop looking forward. And that's exactly what you need to be doing. The 3 energies that came to you astrologically are Jupiter, the planet of abundance, Mercury, the planet of the mind, and Taurus, the energy of having and material possessions, and also the earth and grounding. So Jupiter is he's expanding things for you. He's bringing you good luck. Mercury is the planet of the mind. And so it makes you very sharp in your mind, depending on what sign it is. If you think about it being in Taurus, because Taurus did just come up after that, the Mercury card, and even Jupiter in Taurus, you could think of these 2 energies as you need to think thoughtfully and meticulously and slow. Which is why I think you also got the 4 of Swords. Because if your mind's going at 1,000,000 miles an hour, yes, that's really cool sometimes, because I am a Gemini and I have a lot of Gemini in my chart. And so my mind just goes, and it doesn't ever want to stop. And I love that energy, but sometimes it's so overwhelming that I'm like crash and burn. And so, however, I do have Mercury in Taurus actually. So what that energy brings you is the ability to really think clearly about stuff and take your time when you're making decisions. So you don't let your mind like just go haywire. And Jupiter in Taurus would be bringing in a lot of material possessions, abundance into your life. And I actually think that's really powerful and beautiful. You've got the Seas of Mintakan, Empathic Starseed, Earth Pulsing. So the Seas of Mintakan, that's a very beautiful watery energy in that card, and it feels very calming and very soothing. And this is about seeing potential. This is so beautiful because, like I said, you're looking off into the horizon, and your future self is saying, hey, I'm over here. I'm in your horizon. Like, I know what's over here. Like, I know what you're looking at, and it's freaking amazing. Jupiter says it's amazing, right? And so this is you right now. You need to plant the seeds of potential, and it's also bringing unconsciousness to light, which means that those things that are underneath the surface that need to come out and be cleared will come out and be cleared as you step into leadership in the future. And you are an empathic starseed, which means that right next to the water element card, or that big, a lot of water energy here, I see you as this being who is so sensitive yet strong. That's who you are innately. And right now you're just rediscovering your strength. So this is about you stepping into energetic sovereignty and absorbing energetic sovereignty, and also understanding what you can and cannot absorb. Because when you absorb what's not yours, that's the overwhelming energy. That's the line that needs to be drawn, and that's the door that needs to be closed. You have to remember that. What situations in your life are forcing you to keep that door open, where the cold air is going to keep coming in, even though the heater is on, it'll never heat the house because the cold air is always coming in. There's energy always leaking. And that is not what you want when you're moving into that strength energy. Plus, remember in the beginning I said that there's a lot of Leo energy, and Leo is like the king. You need to embody that. Kings make a lot of boundaries. Earth Pulsing card, Pulse of the Mother, slow down, time in nature. Beautiful that it's actually right underneath the Taurus card. Significantly enough, and this person is lying down on the ground and just letting Mother Earth feed her. And that's what you need to do. You need to let Mother Earth feed you right now and ground you down. That's the Four of Swords as well. There's a couple of more cards to share with you. This is Spiritual Decree. And this is one that I'm going to read to you from the Lightworker Oracle book. So you have been wondering what will happen next in your life, not realizing how much power you have to decide that for yourself. What do you wish to have happen next? Are you willing to use your divine birthrights of free will, voice, and empowerment to set the cosmic wheels in motion? If your answer is yes, then it is time to speak your truth to the universe. Decree it, and you shall be it. You have been praying for help, asking for a map, and wanting directions. You are wise in the ways of the receptive, responsive approach to life. It is spiritually mature to trust the greater guiding of the divine to direct your course, and yet the wishes in your heart are part of how that happens. Divine destiny is not something that just happens to you, but it is something that you co-create as a living spiritual being with free will and divine love beating in your heart. So you need to that's your strength. It is the strength to realize that you can manifest, that yes, you surrender to life and you surrender to the divine, but at the same time, you also help to manifest your future in this vision that you're looking out towards. And your future self is standing over there going, hey, I see you. Like, just keep focusing on this, but then bring the action along with it that helps to manifest it. The last card that you get from the Flower of Life messages is Weave Your Life. And I'm going to read it to you. You are standing on the edge of everything you desire. Take a step or a leap into the mind perceives. Let me start over. You are standing on the edge of everything you desire. Take a step or a leap into what the mind perceives as the unknown, and you will pull toward you all you dream about and desire. Wow, this is powerful. All these messages are really like coming through very clearly. Create, create, create. You are a work of art in progress. Ooh, I love that. Weave a different web full of your dreams and desires and be willing to meet them when they arrive. Ooh, get yourself ready by knowing they are on their way and by being present in each moment. Wow, that's what your future self wants to tell you, that the things that you're dreaming for are totally coming, but it's also reminding you that you need to take that step towards it so it will take that step towards you. If you're distracted by the future or the past, you won't know they have arrived. Your life is happening now, and you are weaving the direction of your life in this moment. Where would you like your life to go? The choice is yours. Spiral inward and feel your wonderment. Ooh, I love that. So what this is saying is that as you move forward, as you envision your life, you also have to remember to be in the present. Wow. And as you stand in your power in the present, that's how you begin to like manifest the future. Wow. I love this for you guys. Let me know in the comments if this resonated with you. Also check out all of the things that are going on this channel. In the description of the video, we've got the Moon Goddess training, astrology readings, and an Etsy shop. So check all that out. And I will see you guys next time. Sat Nam. All right, pile number 3, let's begin by ringing the bell and clearing space. All right, so let's look at these cards that you have. You have the 2 of Crystals, the Page of Swords, the 3 of Cups, the 10 of Crystals, and the 6 of Wands. So the crystals are like the pentacles in this deck. So the 2 of Crystals is about balancing. It's almost like there's a lot going on and you're doing this kind of juggling act to try to keep yourself in balance. But the truth is that you are on the verge of something really exciting and something really inspiring with the Page of Swords. So your mind is getting really activated and getting ready to realize like there's so many ideas that can be done in order to like really get going and move forward. And so the juggling act is about to transition into something completely different. Your future self wants you to know that you're basically on the right track by continuing to letting your mind and your new ideas, because that's a lot of Uranus and Taurus energy, your new ideas come to life. The 3 of Cups says that this is a time of celebration. It's a time of celebration for you because when your ideas come to fruition, they literally become the 10 of Crystals and the 10 of Pentacles. This is like abundance that is so amazing that you literally, and that is so much and that is so overflowing that you literally want to share it with the world. And what you're going to share with the world in the future is a vision of being a leader, a vision of understanding, how we can each create our own reality and how we can each create abundance in our lives. Because the Six of Wands is a card of recognition. It's like you've been doing the hard work and you will be recognized for it. So don't ever feel like you're doing stuff in vain. What your bright ideas and exciting ideas, sometimes to someone else, they might seem childish or innocent, or it's like it's our inner child. Like the pages represent our inner child, and so the inner child is very playful. And so to someone who's just like really serious, your ideas might be like, dude, that's not going to work. Like that's not a good idea. But the truth is that it is a good idea, and you need to listen to those ideas that come up. As you do that, you will find that balance in your life that you're looking for. You got Saturn return, Pisces, and the earth element. So Saturn return is it's a 30-year cycle. So if you're like at 29 years old right now, you're going through your Saturn return. And once you hit 30, you pretty much have gone through the Saturn return, because it takes about 29 and a half years for it to happen. So this is a maturity growth. You are becoming Saturn. You are becoming the teacher. You are becoming the wise sage, the wise old man, and finding the knowledge. And that's where the recognition comes in with the Six of Wands, is because you're maturing. You're stepping into maturity. So your future self is saying, hey, I can see you and I can see all the work that you're doing, and I'm giving you motivation here to keep going, letting you know that the abundance that you're looking for is really coming. You just have to keep doing what you're doing because your ideas are amazing. Pisces is a water-ruled sign that's very compassionate and also ruled by Neptune and the 12th house of the unconscious mind. Tap into your repertoire that is your subconscious mind. Tap into the expansiveness that is like that underworld, that is the world of dreams, and believe. Believe it, believe it, believe it. That's your mantra. I believe. I believe in myself. I believe in my future. I believe in my ideas. They will come to fruition. They will literally manifest into this 3-dimensional time-space reality which we live in here on Earth. So as you mature and as you change and grow, you will literally step into leadership, and all it's going to take is for you to really believe in yourself. And that's what your future self wants you to know. Keep believing in yourself. You got from the Starseed Oracle, Whale and the Orca Elders, Double Mission, and Water Your Garden. So Whale and the Orca Elders, interestingly enough, right on top of the Saturn return card, it's about sharing your song, because whales sing and they do share their voice, and they do it freely, and there's nothing in return that they expect. They just do it. It's like instinctively sharing your song, and your song is who you are at a soul level. Now, this is all about the frequency of sound. So listen for the power of sound to help you manifest in your life, because sound, like light creates sound, and then sound creates vibration, and then vibrations are like the particles vibrate, and that's what they create the physical reality. So it's this process that you're learning to dive deep into understanding how to manifest by like speaking your truth out and bringing it to form. You are here on a double mission, and that's what your future self wants you to remember. You are a light worker and a starseed, or one or the other. And so for these beings, your job is to be you to the fullest. That's why it's a double mission. It's because you are here and you're here to do the work, but the way that you're here to do the work is literally by being you, by being yourself. There's nothing that you need to do other than be yourself, but to the fullest, that means you do have to do some things. You have to learn about yourself. You have to dive deep into who you are and understand who you are at those deeper levels. So it's important for you to do the work and to let yourself shine out. Shine bright, especially around, everyone that doesn't shine as bright as you. Now you got Water Your Garden card of nourishment, body care, tenderness, and rest. When you are overwhelmed, like this Two of Crystals card, and life becomes like a juggling act, and it's just like it's too much, and sometimes it can feel like you're over, you're taking on too many things. You need to practice self-care. That's what your future self wants you to know. When you feel overwhelmed, make sure to water your garden. Take care of you, because no one else will feel good. You won't really give anything to the world unless you take care of yourself first. It's like if you keep emptying your cup, then soon you won't have anything else to give. So fill up your cup, nourish yourself, take care of yourself. You've got the fifth ray of intellectual knowledge from the Lightworker Oracle, card number 42. And it's so pretty because if you look at the image of it, you can see this person in the middle, which is you, standing so brightly, just being herself. And everyone around is like all crabby, but she's unaffected. And that's why you're learning to step into that. And as you do that, you show people, you become the leader of how to do it themselves. I'm going to read to you what this card means. And the fifth ray of intellectual knowledge has come to you as a spiritual gift. You are being given the ability to find information you need, understand systems that impact your life, and find clarity in any issue that has seemed unclear or overwhelming. You shall sort the truth from the lies and learn what you need to know. The Archangel Raphael now assists you in integrating the blessings of the fifth ray. You are distilling a new truth. It might be the truth of discernment, where you realize the appearance of a person, group, or cause is misleadingly different to the inner reality. Discernment is incredibly important on the spiritual path, all the more so as you open up to work with energies, with teachers and teachings, and to sort out all issues in your life according to your spiritual principles. That's a powerful gift. Discernment is no joke. It's like being able to see what nobody else can see. And that's a power. It's a gift, and it's also a power. Not everyone can do that. Let's just say that. So the last card is the card from the Flower of Life Oracle. And it is not what you expect. I'm going to read it to you. Today, you may not be able to see or feel the wonderment of you. A limited belief or pattern you hold within you is covering up the truth of you. Someone or something will enter your life and reflect back to you the wonderment and truth of you. It may be disguised as something you don't like, for we are well trained in noticing what irks us. But know that at the heart of the experience is love. So let all come to you. You are safe. Don't resist anything, and use your free choice and will to focus on what makes you feel good. And you are on your way to feeling the marvelous wonderment of love. I love that message for you guys. Make sure that you guys leave a comment below to let me know how this resonated with you. And also check out the description for all of the powerful events that are happening here, especially the Moon Goddess Training, which is a 6-week online program for women that starts on January 23rd. You can sign up for astrology readings and also purchase stuff on my Eagle Star Jewels Etsy shop using a coupon code. And all of that is in the description. So make sure you guys check it out. Thank you so much for watching. And I will see you again soon. All right, pile number 4, let's begin by ringing the bell and creating and clearing some space. You got some pretty cool cards coming out here, I gotta say. So we'll start with just naming them all out. You get the Empress, the Magician, the Four of Crystals, the King of Swords, and the Perspective card. So that is 3 major arcana. I gotta say, for all of these readings so far, a lot of major arcanas are coming out, which tells me that there is a lot of major themes that are being represented and shown in these messages. So very powerful. Now, the Empress is like the Taurus energy. The Empress is Mother Earth. She is the Madonna. She is the feminine energy, but the creative aspect of it, the mother that births the universe, you know, the earth that holds space for all of its creatures and for growth and all of that. Manifesting, being, you know, constant overflowing of life and energy. And I feel like this represents like your desire for the world, and it also represents how Mother Earth is really supporting you in your life. It is by allowing yourself to be in that space of creativity constantly that you literally manifest. So you become, you activate your powers as a magician when you include your ability to create things in your life or to work magic in your life with your intuition. When you listen to your intuition, you begin to create magic in the world that expresses itself as the Empress. And those are the energies that are coming out for you in your life. Now, it's interesting that the Four of Crystals is here, because the Four of Crystals is a little bit of an energy of greed, or not wanting to let go, holding on really, really tightly. And when we do that, we don't allow that abundance that the Empress card is bringing to really come to fruition in our lives. And I think it's interesting that the Four of Crystals is right in the center of this reading in these 5 cards, because it represents like the main energy that's like holding you back right now. And your future self is saying, let go of the need to have control. Let go of the need to know. Let go of the need to like hold on, and let go of your fear of losing something, because that fear will hold you back from getting everything that you've ever desired in your life. So what you need to manifest more of is this King of Swords energy. The King of Swords knows what to say. He's very wise. He has, these 2 cards are similar. He has this very wide perspective of the world, but that's because he has knowledge, because the swords are the mind, and the mind is knowledge. So swords represent the ultimate knowledge, the ultimate knowing. And so the King of Swords has mastered this energy of knowing. He's mastered his mind. And when you are in that place, you are a leader. You step into leadership, and because you understand the world at a higher perspective, you realize that you really don't have to hold on to anything. That your fear of losing something will just like dissipate, and it will allow all of the other beautiful things to flow literally out of you, freely out of you, like the Empress. You get Capricorn as astrological influence, Jupiter return. Look at all this blue, and then a green. Cancer. So Capricorn is the energies that are going on right now. So if you're a Capricorn, or even if you're not, you will understand this at a more deeper level, because Capricorn is that energy that takes its time to get to the top, takes its time to get to success. And that is what your future self wants you to tell you, that things will take time. So when things are not manifesting at the rate that you want them to, that's when we tend to get a little greedy and say, oh my God, I don't want to let go of this because I'm afraid that won't come. And that energy will prevent that thing from coming. So you have to be able to let go of this without knowing the outcome, without knowing the future, and then just like jump, right? Just take that leap of faith. And that's what your future self wants you to know. It's going to take hard work, and it's going to take dedication to take you to where you want to go in your life, but you will get there, because Jupiter is here and he brings the benefits. And Jupiter return is like the return of your abundance, the return of your essence, the return of good luck in your life, the return of opportunity. That's what Jupiter brings. So the opportunities will be coming back, and you have to just stick with it. Cancer is the I feel energy. It's a water sign. It's also our emotions. Connect to your emotions is what this card is really telling you. Your emotions are your guiding system, and they will guide you when you need to change your perspective, when you need to be more like the King of Swords and less like the Four of Pentacles. There's 3 beautiful cards that are here for you from the Star Child Oracle, and they are Forge, Don't Follow, jump in and lost lands. So forge don't follow is telling you that you are not meant to follow a leader or to follow the pack or to be like the sheep that just, you know what I mean, that need the guidance. There's nothing wrong with being a sheep. There's nothing wrong with needing guidance. There's nothing wrong with being in that energy. These are just different manifestations of who we are. But you, my friend, are meant to be a leader, and you're meant to create your own thing and pave a new path for people to follow. So you need to remember to, when you feel lost, be the leader that you wish you had. It's your job to embody that. And how do you do that? Well, you just gotta literally like jump in. This is Andromedan energy. Andromeda is another galaxy in the universe. I guess it's our sister galaxy or our neighboring galaxy. Not very close, but it's still our neighbor. And it's like exciting new place, right? It's like uncharted territories for us, because all we know is like a little tiny bit, you know, of our galaxy, and we're like looking at a whole new galaxy over here. But this is about having an adventure. This is about saying yes to change. So how do you become a leader? How do you be the leader that you wish you had? You have to jump in and let go. That Four of Pentacles need to hold on to everything. Open your heart, open your hands, let it go, jump in, and let yourself go on this epic adventure. What you're literally going to discover is the lost lands. You're going to discover soul memories and gifts. And you're going to remember, more importantly, that you've done this before. And that's perspective. That's perspective, because you realize that you were the one that you've been waiting for. And you're like, whoa, I'm here because I chose to be here and because I'm supposed to be here. And there's a mission that I need to complete. And so I need to just let myself dive into this, whatever this is, this curiosity that I have, like let it take you forward. That's what's going to help your life manifest. But you're already moving in that direction. This is just your future self saying, hey, let me give you a little clue as to how to get to where you want to go. And the biggest message of this whole reading is you got to jump in. You just got to jump in. Here's your Lightworker Oracle card, which is the card of divine grace and the law of efficiency. And I'm going to read this one to you. So, it is time your life became easier. It is time for you to walk the way of divine grace with trust, simplicity, and acceptance. You do not have to try to make things happen. You can gracefully act without attachment and trust that all will be as it is meant to be. Surrender your struggles now, as you allow life to serve you with love and kindness. This is the most efficient use of your energy and would lead to the best results. Jumping in is jumping into divine grace. It's going with the flow. It's becoming the Empress. The Empress is constantly overflowing to the point where at some point it'll fill up the entire room and then keep going. It won't ever stop. It's manifestation on steroids or creativity or birthing a new age, that's that energy. It's it just keeps coming. It doesn't stop. It's overflowing, and it is divinely guided. It's divine grace in full expression. That's what you're jumping into. The law of efficiency encourages us to work smarter rather than always working harder. And that's very much that Saturn Capricorn energy that you got in that card. It is like learning to allow a wave to carry you to shore rather than swimming the entire way with your own efforts alone or even against the current, which would make the journey even harder. Remember that Capricorn plans their ish out. Capricorn makes the steps. They take the little notes. They make that list and say step 1, step 2, step 3, and they don't ever miss a step. And that's the way that it's going to make it easier for you to manifest in your life. It is like planting a seed at the right time so nature will help it bloom in the spring rather than planting it during the dead of winter where it takes a lot of effort to keep it alive. And even then it may not survive. This is the intelligence of the law of efficiency and divine grace at work, and it is your message. Now, the last card that I want to share with you is your Flower of Life message, and your message is nature. That's crazy because this is the Empress to me, again, coming out. So I'm going to read this card to you. Take a moment today to stand outside and quiet your thoughts and breathing. Know the sun and your soul are always shining. The birds and your heart are always singing, and the flowers and your path are always opening up. You don't have to action these things into being. You just have to turn up. Look around and feel into life. Notice how your dreams and desires surround you in many ways. It may not be the precise thing you desire, though. It will give you the same feeling. Look for where your dreams and desires are instead of where they are not. Whoa, that's crazy. That's the Four of Pentacles right there. Dude, shift your perception and you will change your life. What? Shift your perception and you will change your life. Dang, this one literally blew my mind. Like, my mind is just blown. But anyways, if you got this reading, if you picked this one, please let me know in the comments how this resonated with you. I love you guys. And also check out the amazing stuff happening on the channel. The Moon Goddess training that starts on January 23rd, literally in a week. And the astrology readings that are available on my website, channelforgrace.guru, as well as my Etsy shop. And the coupon code, which is below in the description of this video, to get 50% off any item in the shop. Thank you guys so much. I love you, and I will see you next time. Sat Nam.